put on our people. That we so lost and confused that we don't know who we are. Right? We call ourselves black. Right? Look at the color of this brother's Bible. This is black. Look at the color of your skin. It's brown. So from this day forward, you can't call yourself black because you're not a color. Don't you feel much more than a color? Don't you feel greater than just a color? Don't you feel like you're walking royalty on this earth? You do, don't you? What about you, sister? Don't you feel like a princess? Don't you feel like royalty? Don't you feel like everybody else should be looking up to us? But we're at this lowest state because we don't realize that we're God's chosen people. Right? We don't realize that we're the precious jewel of the Most High. Right? Let's go to Deuteronomy 28 and 15. And these things are shown through us through the Bible, which was written thousands on thousands on thousands on thousands of years ago, as clues to who we are in these last days. Right? It was written that we would forget our nationality. It's written that we would go into slavery. So we're going to read these curses unto you to prove without a doubt who we truly are according to the Bible.
That's right.
Let's go to verse 15.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15.
Bring it out.
But it shall come to pass.
Matter of fact, go to 29 and 1 first. To get the context of who Moses is speaking to.
Deuteronomy chapter 29 and verse 1.
Right.
These are the words of the covenant which the Lord commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel.
With who?
With the children of Israel.
So who is Moses making a covenant with? The children of Israel. All right, so let's go to verse 15. Now that we got the context, who this letter is written to, well, the commandments was given to, we're going to play a guessing game, right? So we're going to have y'all beautiful family right here. We're going to have a Chinese man, a white man, and an Arab man. Let's find out who the curses really fell upon.
Right.
Because who it fell upon are God's chosen people. Right. Right? Let's go to 15.
Deuteronomy 28 and verse 15.
Bring it out.
But it shall come to pass.
Right, meaning it's going to happen because this is a prophecy. Right? Prophecy is something that was foretold from the Most High that's going to happen in the future. Right? This is written over 4,000 years ago. Right?
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
What does it mean to hearken?
Listen.
There you go, sister. Listen.
To observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day.
What's going to happen?
That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So if we don't listen to the law, statutes, and commandments which the Lord gave to Moses to give to the Israelites, all these curses are going to fall upon this chosen people. Right? Now let's go through some of these curses and find out who do these curses really fit. Right? Let's go to verse 16.
Verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
So the Lord said his chosen people for being stiff-necked, rebellious, hard-headed, not being circumcised at heart, right, wanting to follow the lust of the world, are going to be cursed in the city. If you go to any city in America, who's living the worst? Who's in the slums, in the ghettos, in the projects, barely getting by, right, on welfare? Absolutely. What people is that? Is it the white man? Is it the Arab man, the Chinese man? Or is it the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American? Who would it be?
Blacks.
There you go, sister. We family. Go ahead, you can speak up, sister.
I said black, Hispanic, and Native American.
There we go. So the Lord said that his chosen people will be cursed in the city for being hard-headed. And what else?
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
So who was the only people ever cursed in the field, having to pick cotton, climb the banana trees?
Right.
Who?
Yeah.
It's us, right? So that's one curse out of many. Let's go to verse 32.
Verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
So the Lord said that his chosen people for being stiff-necked, rebellious, and hard-headed, their sons and daughters shall be given to another people.
Right. And thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long.
So you'll be looking. Y'all ever seen Roots? What was going on when Kizzy got taken away from Kunta Kinte? He was looking. He ain't have no strength to get his daughter back, did he?
I don't remember that song.
Say that again?
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Yep, that's what's going on right here.
Okay.
And there shall be no might in thine hand.
And there's no strength to get your kids back. Right? Let's go to verse 47.
Verse 47. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things.
So because God's chosen people, the Israelites, didn't serve him with joyfulness of heart, being glad to keep the commandments to do as the Lord commanded us to.
Therefore shalt thou serve thy thine enemies.
So the Lord said, because you didn't serve the Lord with joyfulness, you got to serve your enemies. Now we're going to find out who these enemies specifically are, right?
Which the Lord shall send against thee, and hunger.
And hunger. What's the last thing y'all ate?
Grapes.
Grapes, you got them from the supermarket, right?
Most likely, yeah.
Who owns the supermarket? Do we own the supermarket? Who owns White's and Food Lion and Giant, Save a Lot, ShopRite? Is it our people?
I'm not confident.
They own it? It's one corporation. The so-called white man will own it.
Right.
Right? So you got to go to him to get your meats, your vegetables, your fruits, anything. You got to go to him, right?
Okay.
And in thirst.
And then,
You want to still listen to you guys. Thank you, though.
All right. Give me Hosea 4 and 6, man. People's attention span is so short, man. It's like if we're not talking about how to get money or get over some way, we're not talking about drugs and liquor, they don't want to hear it, man. They don't want to hear the things that's going to bring them salvation. They don't want to hear the things that the Lord commanded them to hear. Right? They choosing death instead of life, man. Right. And a lot of our people are going to taste that death that they chose, man, for being stiff-necked, hard-headed, and rebellious, man. Let me get that. Give me some
Hosea chapter 4 verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
And that's destroyed, man. I guarantee you she's going to go to First Baptist A&E Evangelical on 44th Street every Sunday at 7, 9, 11, and 3. And she's going to get a plate at every single one of them, man.
Bible study on Wednesday.
And Bible study on Wednesday, man.
And give her money.
And give her money, man. Our people were so quick to do evil and to follow the ways of evil, but the knowledge to do good, they have none, man. They're destroyed for a lack of knowledge. They don't understand what it means to be destroyed for a lack of knowledge because they're so coherent and they so used to living in that. They're a product of their environment, man. Right. They're a product of Babylon. Keep going, King.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge,
Right.
I will also reject thee.
Right?
That thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God,
Right.
I will also forget thy children.
Right, let's go to, it's a precept I want to get in there. Give me 14. Give me 14.
Verse 14.
Right? So the Lord said, you're not going to be a priest to him. Hey, brother, come give us 3 minutes, man. You can't give us 2 minutes, brother.
What y'all talking about?
What we talking about?
Real shit.
Destroyed for now. Go to 14, man.
Verse 14.
Well, go start at 13. Start at 13, brother.
Verse 13. They sacrifice upon the tops of the mountains and burn incense upon the hills,
Right?
under oaks and under oaks and poplars and elms.
And that's going into doing sacrifices unto these other gods, man. And once you turn your head from listening to the commandments of the Lord, just sacrifice it to other gods, man. The God of this world, man. That's who you making your God.
Right.
That's the idolatry that our people get into, man.
That's right.
If you're not listening to the words of the Lord, you following into idolatry, man.
Right.
It ain't no half-ass in here. It's this way or that way. It's clear cut, man. If you're not listening to the words of the Lord, you're going to the tools of Satan, which is the way of destruction, man.
That's right.
Keep going, King.
Because the shadow thereof is good.
Because the shadow thereof is good, man. And men love the darkness because if they came into the light, their deeds would be reproved, man. The men of the Lord will call you out in a heartbeat, man.
Right.
But they love the shadow of Babylon, man. The shadow of Babylon is more comfortable, man. To have mirth and joy in the land of your captivity is better than to be awoken, to be angry and oppressed, man. And to be angry because of oppression, I should say,
Right.
man. That's the shadow of Babylon, man. And what does that lead to? It leads to death, destruction, homosexuality, drugs, fornication, adultery. It leads to everything that the Lord finds abominable, man.
Right.
But the shadow of Babylon is comfortable to our people, man. Keep going, King.
Therefore your daughters shall commit whoredom, and your spouses shall commit adultery.
So just because you want to follow the ways of Babylon, the Lord gonna switch it up on you, man. You want to play the harlot, he gonna make your family play the harlot. Man.
Right.
He gonna turn your daughter into a damn porn star. Your daughter gonna be on all social networks. Every man from this block to that block to that block is gonna know her. And every man from this block to that block to that block is gonna know your wife. That's how the Lord getting down, man.
Right.
He gonna hit you where it hurts, man. And me and Nakon was just talking about that. Adultery is painful, man. A man take your woman and lay with her, that hurts, man. And the Lord said, because you want to reject him, he gonna make you feel the worst pain you can even imagine.
That's right. Verse 14, I will not punish your daughters when they commit whoredom.
He's not gonna punish them, he's gonna let them keep going, man, to put a stain on your name, to put a stain on your honor.
Know your spouses when they commit adultery.
Right?
For themselves are separated with whores, and they sacrifice with harlots.
So they not gonna be punished because that great punishment of the Lord is coming, man. That great punishment of the Lord is gonna be given to everybody who doesn't choose to turn back to him, man.
Right.
And I, for one, can't wait for that, because when that punishment happens, that's how you know that it's time to go home.
That's right.
That's how you know it's time to go to rest, man. That's why Israel got to work harder and harder and harder in these last days. Right? You can't hold on to the comfortability of just knowing that you're Israel, man.
Right.
You got to step outside of that comfortable state so that you got to step outside that comfortable state, man. Get deep in these parables. Right? Get down into these parables, man. Fast more, pray more. Right? Come out of your element so you can get up out of Babylon.
Right.
Keep going, King.
Therefore, the people that doth not understand shall fall.
The people who don't understand, they gonna fall, man.
That's right.
And it's a broad way to destruction, man. They over there listening to club music. They over there following the so-called white man. Taking these so-called yeah-yeahs in their arms. Because you can't say it now. You gonna fall, man.
That's right.
You gonna fall to your destruction, man. And you can't say you haven't heard this truth.
Right.
The truth is everywhere, man.
Right.
You can't even walk outside and not find out about the truth.
That's right.
The two sisters and the brother came up and said, we was just finding out about this on YouTube, man. You can't escape, man.
Right.
The Lord gonna hold everybody accountable for what they know. Give me Ecclesiastes 12 and verse 14. You're gonna be held accountable for every little thing you know, man. Give me Sirach chapter 17 and verse 19. 17 and 19, Baba Kishore. Ecclesiastes 12 and 14. So now that everybody's finding out the truth, everybody finding out they Israel, now it's time to step your game up.
Right.
Now it's time to get it together, man.
Exactly.
Now it's time to reprove your family, get your house in order.
Right.
Now it's time to reprove yourself, get yourself in order.
That's right.
It's time to educate your people on what they need to know, man. It's no time to sit around and just wait for Babylon to fall, man. You gotta do your part, man. You gotta get out and make sure that you're putting forth all the work you can. Because if you're not, you just a dry shrubble that's gonna be burnt up, man. The Lord gonna beat you with many stripes because you knew better.
Right.
Right?
This is the book of Sirach,
Let me get that first.
chapter 19, verse 19.
Bring it out.
17 and 19.
Oh, I'm sorry.
17.
Chapter 17 and verse 19.
Bring it out.
Therefore, all their works are as the sun before him, and his eyes are continually upon their ways.
Right? So the works that you are doing is always before the Lord, man. He says the sun before him, man. The Lord not gonna let your works go unseen, man.
Right.
So if you putting in the labor, you doing what you gotta do, then the path may be easier. Right? But all hell about to break loose. Ain't gonna be no easy path to the kingdom.
That's right.
Man. Right. Your works are as the sun before him, man. For all those who know that they're Israel, they're not putting forth the effort to edify the nation, to wake up the elect. Man, you got destruction coming for you, man.
That's right.
That's just how it is. Right? You should be edifying Israel in some way. Some brothers make music. Some brothers do art. Some brothers do lives online. Some brothers write stuff. Man, any way you can labor, you need to labor, man.
Right.
You need to labor. Right? Keep going, King.
None of their unrighteousness deeds are hid from him.
None of your unrighteous deeds are hid from him, man. Read that. We're going to keep going on that.
But all that...
Hold on, so Ecclesiastes 12 and 14. None of your unrighteous deeds are hid from him, man. Our righteousness is as filthy rags, man.
Right.
Any goodness that we do is if you took a rag, put it in that green harbor water, smell in that water. That water is green and black. You dip the white rag in there and try to clean the mirrors on your car, man. That's what it's like. That's what your righteousness is like. So you don't think you gotta labor more abundantly? You don't think you gotta do more to get up out this captivity that you in?
Right.
Babylon is looking to suck more of the servants in, man. I see servants falling day in and day out, man. None of your unrighteous works are before him, are not before him, man. He's seeing everything, man. Right? Keep going, kid.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 14.
Come on up,
Bring it
son.
out.
Come on up.
For Yahweh shall bring every work into judgment
Right?
with every secret thing whether it be good or whether it be evil.
So all of our works are going to be seen whether it be good or whether it be evil. Y'all heard that, right? All of our works are going to be seen whether it be good or whether it be evil. Now, do y'all see yourselves on this sign right here? The Water King. Where you see yourself at, sister? Judah, what about you? Judah, how you know you Judah? That's bold right there. How you know that you a Jew? Huh? You black? You Jeremiah 14 and 2, lucky. You Jeremiah 14 and 2. Right? That's a good way to know that you Judah, but there's more to it. Right?
Jeremiah 14 and 2.
Read it out.
Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish.
So the real Jews are in mourning, right? Aren't these the people who say that they're Jews? Right? These Finkelsteins and Harry Zlitz, right? Those are the people, or Goldsteins. They say that they're Jews, but the real Jews in these last days are in mourning, right?
That's right.
That's what the Bible says.
Right.
What's the only nation of people who's mourning? Right, mom's crying because their 17-year-old son got gunned down out front of their house.
Right.
Who the only people who can't find their daughters? And it's 100,000 little girls missing in D.C. 100,000 little girls missing in Cleveland.
Right.
100,000 little girls missing in Baltimore. Who's the only people mourning? Damn sure ain't the so-called white Jew.
Right.
Right?
They are black.
They are what?
They are black.
What color the Jews?
They are black.
What color the Jews, brother? Black. What color are the Jews? What color are the Jews? That's a what?
They are black onto the ground.
So we got dirt over here. If we dig in that dirt, it's going to be all of our colors, right?
And the cry of Jerusalem is going up.
So the real Jews are crying unto the Lord for the unrighteousness that's going on to the nation, right? Are they going through anything right now? Aren't they living good? Don't they got their own police force? Don't they got their own neighborhoods that they dwell in? Right. Don't we dwell in hell? Don't we dwell with crack babies are being born every day? You find needles outside, broken liquor bottles, mothers not coming home for weeks, fathers not coming home ever. That's because we fit these curses, right? Let's go back to Deuteronomy 28 and 15.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15.
So this is Moses getting giving the blessings and the curses to the Israelites, right? The Israelites are the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? He's giving them the blessings and the curses. So what we're going to read are the curses that fell upon our people, right? To prove that we're the real Jews of the Bible, right?
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
Right, hearken means to listen.
to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses.
Are curses a good thing or a bad thing? Bad, right? You agree? You're a little iffy on that.
Yeah, I was.
You don't think curses? If somebody cursed you out, is that a good thing? So if somebody put curses on you, is that a good thing? There we go. Right?
And all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Now let's go back to verse 48. Right? That's where we left off.
Verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
So the Lord said you're going to have to serve your enemies. Right? Little did y'all know we got enemies. Right. Do you agree? You think we got enemies? Or you think everybody on the earth love everybody? It's a big old party, everybody hugging. Who you think our enemies are? Keep it real. Who you really think our enemies are? Say it again, brother.
White people are in
The white people.
That's
But
right.
It's not just the white people. You got the Chinese people. They
Right.
had us in slavery.
Right.
The Arab people. They had us in slavery.
Moabites.
Yeah, the Moabites. You got all these people who done had us in slavery, but the most recent one is the worst of them all, the so-called white man.
Right.
So the Lord
Right.
said, keep going.
Come. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, and hunger.
So the Lord said you're going to have to serve your enemies in hunger. Right. Y'all got Chipotle. Who owns Chipotle?
The white person.
A white person, right? Who own the supermarkets? Who own McDonald's? Who own Burger King?
White people.
Who own Chick-fil-A?
White person.
White people. Even if this brother had the Wom's fried chicken and greens, where he getting the food from?
Black. You said chicken.
No, if he owned a restaurant called the Wom's fried chicken and greens, where he getting the fried chicken and the greens from? White people.
That's right.
You gotta serve your enemy in hunger
And in thirst.
and thirst. What you was drinking? Sprite, lemonade? Both. Do we own any Coca-Cola products? Us as a whole, so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American? Can you come over to my house and I give you some Amos soda? No, you gotta go to them. Deer Park, you got the Hennessy. Hennessy named after a white man. Right? You got the vodka from Russia. Any liquid that you get on this earth, you gotta get from your enemy. Do y'all agree? That's the truth. Y'all pay a water bill. Y'all don't pay a water bill, what they do? Shut that off real quick, don't they? Right. They don't care what you doing. Right?
What that mean?
Hold on, I got you, sister.
Right. And in nakedness.
And in nakedness, the clothing y'all got on, right? Did y'all get it from, do we own H&M? Do we own Nike, Polo, Adidas? And in Cashland, that's in Baltimore, right? The brother who owned it, where he getting all his material from? White people.
Right.
Right?
And in one of all things.
If you want anything on this earth, you gotta go to your enemy. Name one thing you don't gotta go to your enemy to get. That's deep, ain't it?
Yeah.
That's deep. You can't name one thing on this earth that you don't gotta go to your enemy for.
Unless you need it, you get options.
If you go to the hospital, where you get
I say unless you need it. Unless you need it, you got options about it.
And it's polluted.
And it's polluted. Right? You gotta go to your enemy for the one of all things, and what he gonna do?
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
So the Lord said your enemy will put yokes of iron upon your neck. You remember seeing the pictures of us in high school or elementary school and middle school when they talked about slavery, them chains around our neck? Those are yokes of iron. Right? Those are yokes of iron that our enemy put around their neck. The brother got the picture right here. These are yokes of iron. Don't that look familiar?
Yeah.
Whose ancestors had yokes of iron around their neck? Huh?
So who did it?
Whose ancestors had that around their neck?
White?
The white
Oh,
people?
black
had-
people.
So-called black people. But we're not black. We're the Israelites.
That's right.
Remember, we're the Jews of the Bible. From the tribe of Judah. Right? Now let's go to verse 68, and then we're going to show you what it means, sister. What all this means right here. Yeah.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
Now we destroy, we call ourselves black. We get together and we make mockery of ourselves, thinking we just dance and have a good time. Look at all the white people out rapping. Right? We make mockery of ourselves. We got thought shit. Right? If y'all had daughters, would y'all let y'all daughters listen to that? Would y'all let her listen to Cardi B? Listen to the baby? All the stuff they talk about? Hell no. That's how we destroyed as a people. Because they guiding us. They showing us how to be men and women. Instead of referring to the Bible how to be righteous men and righteous women. Right? Now, how do we get to this land called America? How do we get here? How did we get here? Did we just show up here out of nowhere? How did we get to America? Huh?
Got created.
We got created in America?
No, not
Transportation.
How did-
like. What you mean by
What
that?
mode of transportation brought our people to America?
Oh, boats?
Boats, right? Well, let's read it out the Bible. Who said they got prison?
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Right, so the Lord's going to bring us back into Egypt. This is the first time we got out of Egypt. In Egypt, we were slaves, right? The Bible explains itself. Let's get it.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 2.
Right.
I am the Lord thy God, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt,
Right.
out of the house of bondage.
So Egypt, whenever you see that in the Bible, it means bondage or slavery, right? So the brother's going to read it verbatim, and we're going to replace Egypt for slavery, right?
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
What is he going to bring us into again? What does Egypt mean? Egypt means slavery, right? We just read it. So whenever you hear Egypt, it means slavery. Read it from the top, Bobby Michelle.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Into what again? Into slavery again. How we going to slavery? With transportation?
Oh, the boats?
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
Who the only people to go into slavery on ships?
So they're only?
Who are the only people to go into slavery on ships?
Oh, us. Black.
Us, right?
By the way whereof I spake unto thee.
The way the Lord said it was going to happen, didn't it happen? It happened that way. We got brought all the way from the western part of Africa, all through the seas, the tumultuous weather. And they brought us here at the harbor, walked us up to Lexington Market, put us on auction blocks, and sold us for $1.25. That's right. Right?
Thou shalt see it no more again.
We haven't seen our homeland since. Right? Your great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather was brought over here. He ain't been home, has he? Have you been to your homeland? Have you been to your homeland? We don't even know where it is. Right. That's prophecy.
And there
And once you get off them slave ships,
ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
you got sold into your enemies, right? Don't y'all got white people last names? What's your last name?
Heidelberg.
Heidelberg?
Heidelberg.
Heidelberg. That's a white person last name. You think a black man going, come on now.
Right.
Come on. What's your last name, sister?
But
Bud? That's a white man's last name.
Right.
what's your
Right.
last name?
It really is Israel.
That's right.
My surname is Israel.
That's right.
Right? I can't put that information out. I got people trying to come and get me, so. Right? But we got the white man's last name. Right? So we can't sit here and act like we weren't sold to our enemies on slave ships.
Right.
That we're not the chosen people because we fit the curses. Right? Go ahead and finish that up.
And there you shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
And no man redeemed us from this captivity. Aren't they still ruling over us?
Right.
Can a white woman come over here and beat y'all up?
No, not me.
No, right? How we still getting ruled over by them?
Bring it up.
How they still ruling over us? How they still telling us what to do? How we still got their last name? How we still in their land?
Right, good point.
That makes you think, right? You said, what was the point of all this? Right? Give me Deuteronomy 26 and go to verse 16.
Bring that out.
Deuteronomy.
So we out here just to tell our people it's time to repent. Give me Acts 3 and 19.
Right, that's
Let me
right.
get that first. Acts 3 and 19.
That time for that.
It's been time to repent.
Exactly.
But now that you see the time getting closer, it's time to go harder and repent.
Right.
It's time to come back to serving your God. Right? What's your God's name? See? We don't even know who our God is. It ain't Allah. It ain't Muhammad. It ain't Buddha. It ain't just God. Right? We gotta find these things out.
Right.
As us being God's chosen people. Right?
This is the book of Acts, chapter 3, verse 19.
Bring it out.
Repent, ye therefore, and be converted.
So the Lord said you gotta repent and be converted. What are you being converted back to? Your heritage. Right? Being converted back to being the true daughters of Zion. The apple of God's eye.
Right.
Right?
That your sins may be blotted out when the times of refreshing shall come from the presence of the Lord.
So the Lord is coming to do a lot of refreshing on this earth. He coming to get rid of the wickedness that's in rulership and put us back on top. Because the wicked are ruling the earth right now.
Right.
Right, Job? Give me that in Job. 9:24. The wicked are running the earth. The wicked are the one who told you that the way that y'all are dressing is appropriate. You think your ancient foremothers dressed like that? You think our ancient forefathers dressed like this? Hell no. They would be opposed. They would laugh at us and tell us to get from their presence if they seen us dressing like this. But the wicked are in rulership. They got our women wearing booty shorts, they breast all out, right? Thinking these things are acceptable. This stuff is not acceptable.
Job chapter 9 and verse 24.
Bring it out.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
So everything that we see is ruled by one nation of people, the so-called white man. He's the one who told you that your day starts at 12 a.m. in the middle of the night. How does your day start in the middle of the night?
Right.
You see these things that you got to think about? Everything you was taught is a damn lie.
Right, right.
That's the truth. Everything that you know, how old are y'all? 20, 22? 20? 20? Everything you learned from 20 on down has been a lie. Right. Has been a lie, sister. And we out here to wake our people up to get them up out that lie. Right? The earth was given to, go ahead, read again.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Right?
He covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
He covered the faces of the judges of the earth. Right? These are the so-called judges of the earth now, right? You see that in all the churches? Right? You look at that, you think that's who? Who's this, sister?
So that's the battle.
Yeah, right here.
God.
That's God. See?
Jesus.
That's Jesus?
Supposed to.
It's supposed to be. He covered the faces of the judges. You can't make this up. If we was in the Arab rulership, would the same picture still apply? Did the Arabs give us that picture? Did the Chinese man give us that picture? Who gave us that picture? The white people. Right. And who covered the faces of the judges? The wicked. So who are the white people? They the what? The enemy, but they the wicked of the earth. Right. Right? So you said that was God and Jesus. Now, sister, that's crazy. I should throw you Chipotle and hit somebody on that boat for saying that. That's Jesus?
Yeah.
Bet me that Chipotle. I bet you this staff. The brother got the freshest shoes I've ever seen. I'll give you the freshest.
$100.
Oh, you got $100? Let me get that 100. Let me get 100. We got 100 right here, sister. We got 100. This bag, this brother's shoes, and that bike.
Something in that bag too.
It's something in that bag. If you can find that image in the Bible.
And my cash app.
And his cash app. He got 37,000 in the cash app.
See that? 37 bags.
Is that the Son of God?
37 bags.
Downstairs. But I lost my train of thought.
Is that
man.
the Son of God?
Yeah, it is. Is that the Son of God right there? Well, let's find out what the Son of God looks like. Remember, if that's what he looks like, I'm gonna give you this, sister. This go a long way, don't it? Not in this day and age, but we're gonna find out what the Son of God really look like.
Revelation chapter 1 and verse 13.
Bring it out.
And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man,
So now we about to find out what the Son of Man looks like, right?
clothed with a garment down to the foot.
So he had on a long garment, right? Like how these brothers do in this picture right here, these elders. Right, he had a long garment on, right? And it wasn't no just white sheet. That's expensive linen, right? That's more than all of our houses put together. Right, he had a long garment on.
And girt about the paps with a golden girdle.
He had on a golden belt. Y'all ever watch wrestling, the WWE and WWF? You know the championship belts? You know what I'm talking about, right, sister? That's a golden girdle. Who can wear gold like us? Can anybody rock gold like us? Don't it look weird on them? Don't Paul Wall look weird wearing gold? Right. They look like, man, what you wearing that for? Right. So that's, remember, this is the image that you said was God and Jesus, right?
Verse 14, his head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow.
So he had white woolly hair. Right, we playing baseball. 3 strikes and you're what? You're out. Is this white? Is this white hair? Is that woolly hair? So that's strike 1 and strike 2. Right.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Now look at this man's eyes. Is his eyes the flame of fire? Or do he got light blue?
Y'all talking about him right now?
We talking about him. We talking about him. No, we talking about him. Seems like we describing him, right? Right? So that's strike 3, but we said it's a foul ball. So you can have another at bat, right?
And his feet.
And his feet. So if we were to take your shoes off, wouldn't your feet be the same color as your body? Y'all don't got like gray feet, do y'all? They got brown feet. So his feet, the son of the Lord, his feet,
like unto fine brass.
what color is brass? Brass with a B.
Brass. Brass.
What color is it? Yo?
Brass. Brass. I don't even know. It's green or brown?
No, brass is the color like a penny. Brass, right? It's like the color of a penny, right? Oh, there we go. This is brass.
I don't even touch it.
That's brass. But it's more to it, right?
And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace.
He looked so dark, like he got burnt in a furnace. Right. Right? So who the hell is this? Does he look like he got burnt in a furnace? Or does he look like he got burnt in a furnace? That's just a depiction of what people may say the Lord looks like. But why do we have this image right here? Who is that? If that's not Jesus or God, step on it.
Step on it.
Step
If
on
that's
it.
not Jesus or God, step on that picture.
Step on it.
Step on the lies. Step on the shit.
Hold on. Time out. We just read what the Lord looked like. Step on that man's face. Step on his face.
Hey!
Step on that man's
Hey!
face.
Come on, sister.
Step on his face. There we go,
Hey!
man. Tearing down these strongholds, man. This is alive right here. This was set up so that when we see the so-called white man, we see God in him.
Right.
Instead of looking at your brother and saying, you know, I see the Lord in you, let me love you as I should love the Lord.
That's right.
Right? Let me love you as I should love the one who the world calls Jesus Christ.
Right.
Instead of seeing the Lord in your brother, they set this image up to deceive you.
Right.
Now we read the curses that was placed upon our people for not keeping the commandments. So if curses fell upon us, which is a bad thing, right, sister? If curses were put upon our people for not keeping the commandments, what should we do to reverse the curses? Huh? If breaking the commandments got all these curses on us, should we keep breaking them?
Oh no.
What should we do then?
Stop him.
Start doing the commandments. Right. We should start doing the commandments, right? Right, if you keep getting burnt every time you touch the stove, you gonna keep touching it? No. What you gonna do?
Stop touching.
Stop touching it. Right. So if all these curses fell upon us for breaking the commandments, we're gonna start keeping the commandments.
Exactly.
That's right.
Now, do y'all know some commandments? You don't. See, that's why we in these curses.
Right.
And that's why we out here to help our people. Right? Let's get some commandments for the sisters. Get Deuteronomy 22:5 first.
22:5. Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 5.
Right?
Yo.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
So the Lord said that the daughters of Zion, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indian women, shall not wear which pertaineth unto a man. What do our women wear that pertaineth to men? Look at all of us brothers out here, and look at that white lady right there. What she got on? What are our women supposed to wear then?
What? Stockings that cover that self up?
All right, well, let's read out the whole verse and then we'll break it down.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
Right?
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
So now, the latter part of that verse said, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. If we was out here in dresses, y'all be looking at us like we crazy, wouldn't you? Y'all got on pants and shorts. Now we looking at y'all like y'all crazy. Now keep reading.
For all that do so are an abomination unto the Lord thy God.
So if you're not wearing what the Lord commanded the women to wear, you would be an abomination. Right. How do you know to go to the women's bathroom? What's the picture got on? They got on a dress, right? They got a dress on.
Right.
Right? Aren't y'all princesses? Don't y'all feel like royalty? Or do y'all feel like servants and slaves? I know y'all feel like royalty.
Right.
Do y'all? You feel like royalty, don't you? Well, express it. Say yes. Right. Yeah, you feel like royalty because y'all are royalty.
That's right.
Y'all the most precious thing walking this earth.
Right.
So now y'all got to dress as such. Give me 1 Timothy chapter 2 and 9. Y'all got to dress in that manner. It would be a sin for y'all to keep wearing pants and shorts. Not because we said so, but because the Lord said so. And I know y'all love God. Ain't even no question. Because y'all been standing up here for like 35 minutes. Right? Let's show them how to love God. This is the book of First John. First John 5 and 3. Whoever got it first.
1 Timothy chapter...
No, 1 John.
Oh, sorry. 1 John 5 and 3.
Yeah, whoever get it first.
Book of 1 John chapter 5 and verse 3. For this is the love of God.
For what?
For this is the love of God.
One more time for the sisters.
For this is the love of God. That we keep his commandments.
How do you show you love God?
Keep his commandments.
I can't, you gotta pull
Keep
that
his
down.
commandments.
Pull it down, sister, we can't hear you.
Keep his commandments.
So that's how you show you love God. What else?
And his commandments are not grievous.
His commandments shouldn't be hard. So if the Lord told you to put on a dress, y'all love God, right? Right? So what should you do then? Why y'all look so upset?
No, I just never heard this before, that's all.
It's okay. We never heard it before until we started reading.
That's right.
And y'all love God, so what y'all gotta wear? A dress. You love God, so what you gotta wear, sister? Not just any dress, because they got the short, pencil dresses when the wind blows. You got a cheek hanging out and stuff, thighs showing, right? See? But let's see the type of dress that our sisters should wear.
Book of 1 Timothy, chapter 2 and verse 9.
Right, and you see that's an example, right? Our sisters are hearty. They want people to look at their body. This is for your husbands.
Right.
I shouldn't be able to look at you and know what you're working with. Right? You shouldn't want a brother to look at you and know what you're working with. Because then he gonna want you for the wrong reasons, ain't he?
That's right. Right.
And that happens every damn day, every second.
Right.
I'm a man, I done wanted women for the wrong reasons.
Right.
But now I'm reformed in my mind and understand that I can't lust after my sisters.
Right.
And the way to get men to stop lusting after you is to do this.
1 Timothy 2 and 9.
Right.
In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
And what?
In modest apparel.
Meaning you gotta have on a dress that don't show your figure. Right? That's modest apparel. You could get fly in modest apparel. Right? Didn't y'all go to prom? You went to prom, right? When you fly in your prom dress? You ain't show no legs, did you? You was fly. You can do the same thing in this truth.
Right.
In modest apparel. You went to prom too, right, sister? Okay, you ever been to an event where you had to put on a nice dress? You ain't show no thighs, no cheeks, or no nothing, right? You had a long dress on, right?
It was like right here.
Right, it's below your knees, it's modest, right? And that's how the Lord's commanding our sisters to dress.
Right.
Not like Meg the Stallion.
At all.
Right?
At all.
Not like Cardi B.
At all.
But like Esther.
Right.
Like Judith.
Right. Right.
And y'all don't even know who they are. Right? Those are your righteous foremothers.
Right.
Right, keep reading, King.
Huh. With shamefacedness and
Look,
sobriety.
She said she's ratchet. When the hell has it ever been good to call yourself ratchet? Proclaiming to be ratchet and a savage. That's bougie and ratchet. Come on now.
With shamefacedness and sobriety.
Shamefacedness means not in every brother face. Like, how you doing? What's your name? Where you from? Can I come with you? What's that Missy Elliott song? Do you got a man? Can I come to your place? I'm a hot girl. Right now, we're not doing that. Ain't no hot girls out here, man. It's modest women of the Most High, man.
Right.
Modest daughters of Zion. That's what we out here promoting, man. No whoredom in Israel, man.
Right.
That's a commandment. Shouldn't be no sodomites, meaning no gay men or whores of the daughters of Israel. Right? That's not flying in these last days. We condemning all the irrational behavior of our men and women. Right, keep going, y'all.
Not with braided hair, or gold, or pearls, or costly array.
Right?
But which becometh women professing godliness with good works.
With good works, right? Meaning you have on a nice dress with nothing showing, that's professing the Most High with good works. Because the Lord commanded you to wear stuff as such. The Lord commanded us to wear fringes. Right? I know you see the fringes on the bottom of our shirts. Let's get that in numbers. Right? This is a commandment right here. Right? It's fly though. It looks like, purple. Shoot it. Purple with the joint. Look, we got black fringes on the light blue. We keep the that's fly.
Right.
Right? Got a Rolex on his shirt. Right? What else? We got the brother with a button up, with a brother blowing the shofar with the gray fringes. Brother pray without ceasing. Look at all these. The brother got brown fringes on with a brown shirt. You see how fly you can get in this truth?
Right.
You can accessorize, right? Get the gold, the purple with some purple J's or something, however you want to do it. But you gotta get some fringes, right?
Book of Numbers, chapter 15, and verse 37.
You know.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel.
And who are the children of Israel? Who are the children of Israel? You sure?
Yeah.
You sure? Who the real Jews?
Oh, the Jews.
Them?
Us, I don't know.
Oh, since you can't get confounded off that, we just broke it down who the real Jews are. We the real Jews. Right?
That's right.
We the children of Israel.
Right.
Right? Read it from the top.
Huh. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel.
Speak unto who? Who's that? You sure? How you know? There we go, sister. Speak unto the children of Israel.
And bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments.
Fringes in the borders of your garment. It could be your shirt, sisters. When y'all get the dresses on, put them at the bottom of y'all dresses.
Right.
Right?
throughout their generations,
That means forever.
and that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
Right, the brother got a ribbon of blue on the white fringes. Not because it's just a perfect color to choose it, but blue is a royal color. And we're royalty walking this earth.
That's right. And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord,
So you look upon these fringes and remember all the commandments of the Lord.
and do them.
And what?
And do them.
So whenever you feel like going off, look at your fringes so you don't go off. Right? Just that simple. Right? You know they got blinders on horses so they stay straight. This to keep us from going to the left-hand side and committing sin. That's all this is set up for. Right? And we got to wear it on all of our garments. Right? Is that a hard commandment? Is that hard to get fringes? Y'all think this is fly? It's cool, right? It's cool. When you put it on, it'd be even cooler. Right? So we got our women should wear dresses, fringes. Let's see what we can eat.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 11, verse 7.
You know.
And the swine.
And the what?
And the swine.
What swan? It got a curly tail with a snout.